In the quiet, gated community of Oakwood Creek, Elias was a ghost. He was the man with dirt under his fingernails and a faded straw hat that shadowed his eyes. For 15 years, he had tended to the hedges and manicured the lawns of the neighborhood's wealthiest residents. He worked in silence, moving between the vibrant hibiscus and the sharp edges of the stone walkways, always nodding politely to anyone who passed. Most didn't nod back. They saw him as part of the landscape, useful, necessary, but invisible. Subscribe if you value hard work and the integrity of a man's character. Among the residents, Sarah stood out. She was the wife of a high-powered executive, and she viewed Elias with a particular kind of disdain. To her, the neighborhood was a stage, and Elias's old, dented truck parked at the curb was an eyesore that ruined the aesthetic. She frequently complained about the noise of his shears or the way his presence lowered the prestige of the street. One afternoon, while Elias was meticulously pruning the roses in a shared park area, Sarah approached him. "You've been here all day," she snapped, checking her designer watch. "Surely there are other places for you to linger. People are trying to enjoy the view, and your equipment is everywhere." Elias paused, wiping sweat from his brow. He didn't look angry. He simply looked at the roses. "The flowers need time, ma'am. If you rush the pruning, you kill the bloom." Sarah scoffed and walked away, muttering about how some people just didn't understand their place. She didn't realize that a storm was brewing, not in the sky, but in the financial heart of the city. Weeks later, the neighborhood was rocked by news of a massive corporate merger and a subsequent investigation into several local firms. Sarah's husband was caught in the middle. Within days, their assets were frozen, and the for sale sign appeared on their lawn. The community that once embraced them turned cold overnight. Friends stopped calling, and the invitations to gala dinners vanished. Sarah found herself standing on her porch, watching the life she had built crumble around her. As she stood there, she saw a sleek, black sedan pull up to the largest estate in the neighborhood, the Anchor House, a sprawling mansion that had sat vacant for months after being bought by a mysterious private trust. The gates swung open, a sight the neighbors had been anticipating for weeks. Sarah watched, hoping perhaps a new, influential connection could save her social standing. The driver stepped out and opened the rear door. Sarah gasped. It wasn't a CEO in a tailored suit who stepped out. It was a man in a crisp, navy linen shirt and polished shoes, but his hands, those hands were unmistakable. It was Elias. Before we reveal why the town's silent gardener was living a double life, hit the like button if you believe that true wealth is found in how you treat others. Elias walked toward the center of the street where a small crowd had gathered to catch a glimpse of the new owner. He looked at Sarah, then at the others who had spent years ignoring his existence. There was no bitterness in his eyes, only a quiet, grounded peace. It turned out that Elias was the founder of a massive environmental tech firm. Years ago, after losing his wife to a sudden illness, he realized that the corporate world had hollowed him out. He stepped down, put his company in a trust, and decided to live a life of manual labor. He wanted to see the world from the bottom up again, to reconnect with the earth, and to see how people treated those who could do absolutely nothing for them. He had spent 15 years observing the true nature of his neighbors while tending to their gardens. He knew who was kind to their children, who was honest, and who, like Sarah, valued the shine of a car over the soul of a person. Elias walked over to Sarah's driveway. He looked at the for sale sign and then at her tear-stained face. He didn't gloat. He simply reached into his pocket and handed her a small, dried rosebud from the same bush she had mocked him for pruning weeks ago. "I'm buying your house, Sarah," he said softly. "Not because I need it, but because the foundation is still good. But remember, you can paint the walls and fix the roof, but if the garden isn't tended with kindness, nothing beautiful will ever grow there." Sarah stood in silence as the man she had treated like dirt walked back into the most expensive home in the county. She realized then that while she was busy looking down, she had missed the greatness standing right in front of her. Your life reflects your standards. If you prioritize status over soul, you will always end up bankrupt when the lights go out. Comment the word truth if you agree that character is the only currency that never devalues. Subscribe if you believe that every human being deserves respect, regardless of their title.